Welcome you all for the subject Power System Analysis 1. This is the foundation course for the third year electrical engineering students under VTU. So students can able to understand these sort of the things at the end of this course. The first outcome is student can able to understand what you mean by the per unit system and understanding the concept of one line diagram and its implementation in a power system. So that we know basically the power system is nothing but such a complicated a system which is the man-made a complex system. So it is very difficult to have a coordination with one component to the another component. So and because we know that in a system we have different ratings, so like in the generator, transformers, transmission lines, and the load as well. So it is very difficult to understand with respect to one rating to the another rating. So that's why the power unit system is plays an important role. Um, so we are going to understand this in a first model. And so these values based on using this per unit system we are going to draw a one line diagram and we are going to implement this, and based on this we are going to solve a complex and problems. So this is the first outcome from the model 1. So basically we divided means there is a lot of the outcome from this subject. So we made it based on the models. There are the total 5 models in the syllabus. Then second outcome is a perform short circuit analysis on a synchronous machine and a simple power system to select a circuit breaker for the system. So basically we know that there are the different type of the fault which is going to take place in a system. So it is very difficult. So we are going to train the system means we are going to understand the concept for the students. How does actually independently means independently how all the components is going to behave whenever there is a fault which is going to take place in a system. So that's why we are making a short circuit onto the synchronous machine, and we are going to looking into that how long means what is the time taken to come back to the normal state from abnormal state. So that is the thing we are going to discuss in model 2. So based on this we are going to select the circuit breaker because this is a very crucial part in a system. So we know that there is a proper coordination between the relay and the circuit breaker. The circuit breaker will interrupt the fault. Okay, the relay will make the decision. Then in a model 3 we are going to understand asymmetrical components of the voltage and the currents subjected to the unbalanced three-phase circuits. So we know that there are the different type of the fault which is going to take place in a system are line to ground, generally called as single line to ground, line to line, double line to ground, okay, three-phase faults. So how does these going to behave here means voltage and the current is going to behave during these sort of the fault. So that we are going to convert it as a symmetrical components. And symmetric means basically symmetric components are so like a positive, negative, and the zero sequence components. We are going to dividing into those components and understanding this how does this going to behave subject to the fault condition. So based on this we are going to draw a impedance network sequence that will be called as sequence impedance, and based on this we'll draw a sequence network for the power system components subject to a power system. So then we have analyzing three-phase synchronous machine and a simple power system for different unsymmetrical faults using symmetrical components. So this is the continuous version that is subjected to that, because we know that. So whatever the things we are going to replacing for a single phase, and there is no guarantee that we have single phase, there is a polyphase system. So by considering this polyphase system, how does this go in behavior subject to the abnormal condition, we are going to discuss in a model 4, that is unsymmetrical fault using symmetrical components. Means we are going to solve subject to the fault condition by using symmetrical component, that is positive sequence component, negative sequence components and zero sequence components. Based on this we will draw a network diagram, zero, positive and negative diagram, and we are going to analyze this with the help of the one line diagram or single line diagram. Then we will solve and identifying that, so which component is overloaded. So these are the decision making we can able to make it. Then last model we are going to discuss the dynamics of synchronous machine, then stability and type of the stability, equal area criteria for the stability, and are subjected to the different fault conditions. So dynamics is nothing but subjected to a faulty condition. So how long the system can able to withstand, and what is the time taken to come back to normal mode from abnormal condition. So okay, that is meaning of dynamics. Okay, stability is nothing but from abnormal condition to that coming back to the normal stability, normal condition. So what is the time response that we are going to understand. So in a stability there are the different type of the stability, that is a subjected to a short duration and for the long duration. So generally we will call it as the fault is nothing but the contingency analysis. The contingency is nothing but the failure of one or more components at a time. Okay, either made with generator or transformer or to the line, whatever the things. So how the system is going to behave subjected to these sort of the conditions. Okay. So in stability, so there are the different type of stability what we told. Okay, transient, steady state stability, all those things. Then equal area criteria is nothing but, so there is a synchronous machine which is going to operate from 0 to 180-degree mode of the operation. So we have some acceleration and deceleration factor. So when there is a fault which is going to initiate in the system, so what is the maximum time it can able to withstand, and what is the time duration, critical will call as critical clearing angle, that is nothing but it is the minimum angle which is required to the system come back from abnormal condition to the normal condition. So this is called as equal area criteria. We have different sort of the things. Basically the equal area criteria is mainly depending upon the kinetic energy and the momentum, inertia and the mass of the body, all those things. We'll have some mathematical equation. So these, based on this mathematical equation we are going to understand. So if there is an only a single machine and subject to the infinite mass system, how does this is going to behave? So we have multiple system, and if there is a fault into the system, what will happens? And we have another condition like so two different type of the generator. One is high load means high rating, another one is low rating means there is an there is an two different rating of the generators. So if there is an the fault, so how much of the time these two generators can able to withstand. So all those things we are going to understand. So in the model 5. So these are the course of the outcome of this subject. So these are the total 5 modules we have in a syllabus. That is first one, representation of power system components. We know that the electrical power system network is consisting of generating stations, the transformers, means the transformers, transmission line, grids. Okay, so it may be including renewable and the non-renewable sources. Sometimes the load will be near to the generating station. So most of the time, which is far away from um, the generating stations. So that's why we have such a complicated network. Uh, that is something, but we have complicated system. So based on this, we are going to derive a representation, means we are going to make it a simple components into that representing of power system component, because we have subjected to that the generating station, we have a salient and non-salient port type of the component, and what is the equivalent diagram, all those things that we are going to considering. And after that we have a transformer, different type of the transformer we have studied in the previous subjects, and what is the equivalent representation we are going to consider in this chapter. And we have in the transformer we have two winding and the three winding transformers. Then coming to that, the a transmission line, short, medium and long transmission lines. So which one we are going to select, that we are going to consider, means we are going to discuss in this chapter. Then coming to the load, we have different type of the loads subjected to that, the static and dynamic loads, and how we are going to consider what is the importance, all those things we are going to discuss in this model. Then we have a one line diagram. I told you in the previous case that we have such a complicated device, it is very difficult to plot all the things in a single diagram. That's why we are going with one line diagram by considering a parallel system. So we have different type of the parallel system subjected to that, the single phase and the three phase. Then we have some numericals, and based on this numerical we are going to make the decision that is subjected to the representation of the power system component. The next chapter we have, that is model symmetrical fault analysis. The fault is nothing but any the failure which interference with the normal flow of the current, that is we can call it as the fault. It may be undesirable creation, considering it is conducting path conducting path or blockage to flow of current. So we have the different set of the parameters, that is like the conditions. It may be for an object which is coming in contact with the bare conductors, and sometimes there is a possibility of the failure of the insulation because of the thermal heating, and sometimes the human switching operations resulting in some sort of the errors. So these are all the things we are going to consider in the case of the symmetrical fault analysis. Next model we have symmetrical components. So it is known that in the case of the balanced symmetrical three-phase system, it can be analyzed using a single phase basis with the help of a single line diagram and the reactance diagram. But what will happen in the case of the unbalanced three-phase system, this is not going to permit, and because it involves a lot of the phases of the different magnitude and the phase angles in each phases. So it is a very complex phenomenon. So that's why there is some scientist he discovered that. So the unsymmetrical condition can be resolved with the help of uh, the symmetrical fault analysis. That is nothing but based on this, he made a statement that, so according to that Fortescue theorem, so any unbalanced polyphase system of n related phases may be resolved into n system of the balanced phases. We'll call it as symmetrical components or the sequence component of the original phases. Means basically we are going to convert these the unsymmetrical faults into the sequence components and to understanding how it is going to behave. So I told that there are the three different things. One is subjected to that the zero, positive and the negative sequence components, and how this is going to behave with respect to one component to the another component, and based on this we can make some decision. Next model we have unsymmetrical fault analysis. So we know that there are the different type of the fault in the system. So generally these are unsymmetrical fault. Like we can give the example line to ground fault, line to line, double line to ground fault, and three phase fault. Other than this, we have different type of series fault or one conductor open fault, two conductors, three conductors of the open fault. So with the help of these symmetric components, we can able to solve some complex numerical into the system, and you will understand that so which system means which component is get overloaded, so how we need to solve. So these kind of problems we are going to discuss in unsymmetrical fault analysis. Last model we have power system stability. So in a power system, it consists of many individual components which is connected together to form a large and complex system which can be capable of generating, transmitting and distributing the electrical energy over a large geographical area. So whereas in case of subjected to that the contingency analysis, so that is nothing but the failure of either one or more component in a system. So like generator failures, a transformer failures, or transmission line failures, or load is disconnected. So how does this is going to behave in a system? So these are all the things we are going to discuss. Other than this, we have something like equal area criteria subjected to that. When the system is connected in finite load and subjected to the real load, and what is the time taken, what are the maximum time taken which the system can able to compensate the contingency analysis, or what is the time response, all those things that we are going to discuss in the model